All right, we've got multiple breaking stories to get to, and this one's heating up faster than anyone expected. China just summoned Nvidia. That's right, summoned over explosive accusations that their new AI chip, the H20, might be carrying backdoors. Espionage risks, embedded hardware threats, and national security alarms are going off behind closed doors in Beijing. And the timing? Couldn't be more suspicious just as the US begins easing export bans on advanced chips. Is Washington playing tech diplomacy or walking blindly into a trap? Meanwhile, Silicon Valley's darling Nvidia, the trillion-dollar titan powering the AI revolution is caught dead center in a global tech war. And it's no longer just about semiconductors. It's about dominance, data dominance, military dominance, and digital sovereignty. State security forces in China are going toe-to-toe with America's innovation elite. And while corporate execs try to keep things quiet, intelligence insiders say what's coming next could rewrite the rules of the global tech economy. Wait until you hear what was leaked inside the closed-door Nvidia briefing. All right, we've got multiple breaking stories to get to, and this one's heating up faster than anyone expected. China just summoned Nvidia. That's right, summoned over explosive accusations that their new AI chip, the H20, might be carrying backdoors. Espionage risks, embedded hardware threats, and national security alarms are going off behind closed doors in Beijing. China's summons. China's Cyberspace Administration just formally summoned Nvidia to explain alleged backdoor security vulnerabilities in its H20 AI chip, designed expressly for the Chinese market to comply with US export controls. But the question is why? What happened? We will start with the H20 export ban and policy upturn. In April 2025, the US imposed a ban requiring export licenses for Nvidia's H20 GPU, citing national security concerns. Nvidia later revealed it would incur up to $5.5 billion in charges related to lost business and inventory write-downs. Weeks later, in mid-July, this ban was reversed during trade negotiations. Approval granted under pressure involving meetings between Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang and U.S. officials including President Trump, enabling the chip's export to China. 2. Resumption of H20 shipments. Nvidia began ramping up exports of H20 chips to China under the new licensing framework. Orders reportedly reached 300,000 units, and Chinese firms like Tencent, Alibaba, ByteDance, and DeepSeek eagerly resumed shipments. Beijing highlighted concerns around tracking, positioning, and remote shutdown capabilities, technologies that could amount to espionage if misused. They've demanded internal documents and technical explanations, putting Silicon Valley squarely in national security crosshairs. And that takes us to Section 2, U.S. export ban reversal. Just weeks ago, the U.S. reversed a ban on H20 chip exports, citing the chip fell below sensitive thresholds and didn't threaten national security. That policy U-turn was widely seen as a strategic compromise, allowing Nvidia to resume sales in China while maintaining high-end chip dominance at home. But now, as Beijing raises alarms, the diplomatic détente could collapse, and America's trade calculus may unravel. The H20 chip is not the top-of-the-line model, but it is still highly capable, and Chinese firms are using it at scale to train sophisticated AI models, raising alarms that these chips could be misused in military or intelligence contexts. Experts warn that even downgraded chips may be exploited via gray markets or third-party entities, potentially undermining export controls and enabling PLA-aligned applications. Tensions, national security versus commerce. This episode spotlights the rising friction between China's state security apparatus and Silicon Valley as commercial ambitions collide with state paranoia about sovereignty and surveillance. In the US, more than 20 security experts and legislators have raised concerns, arguing that resuming exports could threaten US technological dominance and unwittingly support China's military buildup. Critics, however, argue that selling even restricted H20 chips keeps China reliant on the US tech ecosystem, particularly Nvidia's CUDA software stack, preserving leverage in the AI sphere. Broader implications. This saga demonstrates the dual-use dilemma of AI hardware. Technologies optimized for civilian uses can be repurposed for surveillance or defense. It exemplifies how companies like Nvidia must navigate geopolitical fault lines, balancing trade ambitions with national security postures on both sides. Regulators on both sides are doubling down. China wants detailed assurances while the US continues tightening export controls and oversight frameworks, for example, potential Chip Security Act. Insiders say secret briefing notes leaked from Nvidia's internal meetings reveal exactly how serious these backdoor claims are, and whether the tech giant might comply or push back. We'll break down that intel and what it could mean for the future of AI trade between Washington and Beijing. Bottom line, Nvidia has resumed selling its specially designed H20 chip to Chinese entities under US license. But China now fears that the chip carries embedded vulnerabilities or tracking capabilities and has summoned Nvidia to explain. The drama encapsulates the fraught intersection of state security, tech trade, and strategic control in the era of AI-driven geopolitical competition. So, what do you think? Is this just a Chip Security Act or a bigger battle of dominance? We've got the details and more from around the world, but before we dig in, if you found this sneak peek compelling, kindly share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this video, and hit subscribe so you never miss an update as we look forward to seeing you on our next video.